Alright, you guys, welcome back to another episode of Banished, and in today's episode, we're just jumping straight into things. We got Scarlet Fever to break out as soon as I started playing the game, which is just great. But this, I found in Manchester, of course, our theme set here. It's called a spa, oh my goodness, a spa, but it's a hospital. It's a hospital, and that's perfect, because I didn't want anyone else, not anyone else, I didn't want to do a different theme of building yet, not until I finish more of these buildings, I guess you could say. And so this works perfectly. And now they're all getting better. Go take a dip in the spa, you'll feel fine, don't worry about it. And now none of you will die, that's perfect. But just to recap where we were, last episode we did a little bit of expanding over here. We added in this little washing area, and I went ahead and I put down a couple of these little plants throughout just to add a little bit extra greenery. They've been really good at chopping down everything down here, which I want them to keep going. Please and thank you. Just keep it going. The more resources, the better. And then we, of course, added in this little kind of a park area, but not really, and just kept decorating and sprucing everything up with this little cemetery as well. So in today's episode, I do want to keep getting to work on wanting another church. So that's one thing. We do need a church, and it's going to have to be bigger than the one that we last built. We do need more houses, and we also need probably another school. Yeah, probably another school soon, as well as I want to start getting farms up for the stone and for iron growing, so that I don't have to worry about looking for that as we keep going through this series. So I think I'm going to go ahead and build the church right here, just because the cemetery is here anyway, so it kind of makes sense. And I could just kind of decorate this place up a little bit, maybe throw a park in somewhere and have a few extra houses lining the way down here. And then I think I'll go ahead and put like a stone grower here and an iron grower here, just so that it's pretty close to the houses anyways. So we got quite a bit of things that I want to get done in this episode, in case you can't tell. Maybe I'll go ahead and expand some more fishing docks, or put a trader's dock down. That'd be actually kind of nice too, now that I think about it. Yes, so we have quite a few things that we need to get done. Let's go ahead and actually increase this limit and have someone work here. There we go, so we can have our herbs coming in. But we seem to be going pretty well. I mean, food has been pretty stagnant, and we haven't done too much more. This is all that we have still, and then the fishermen. So we are doing pretty dang well. And the logs, yeah, they're chopping down quite a bit. I like that. I like that a lot. So things are going good. Food will be another thing that we need to get under our belt. So probably put down a trading post then, so we can get some seeds and maybe start putting down a few farms here and there. That would be really nice as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into this time lapse. If you guys do enjoy my time lapses, please don't forget to leave a like down below to show your support. Comment as well if you like to comment, and subscribe if you're new here, because we are so close to hitting 200 subscribers. Anyways, guys, I'll see you all on the other side. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. I know I definitely did. We got quite a lot of work done in this episode, from creating our first few farms over here and farming them, and building around them a nice little wall and everything, to creating this little church area over here with a whole bunch of parks surrounding it, to starting to create these 3-story, these are now the tallest buildings we have in town right now, these 3-story buildings here, as well as to finishing up the dock area, so we do have some traders coming through for some seeds and other miscellaneous, and then of course getting this area all set up so now that I have actual stone and iron and regular trees coming through, so that we have things ready to go for us when we want to keep building, because we're going to need to keep building, because these people need babies, to say the least. And what I did on accident, though, is this right here. So I wanted to get rid of this roof, this 4th floor deco roof, because I wanted it to be a different roof. So I put a real roof down, but they didn't have just a roof I could plop down as a decoration. So I had to put down the 3rd floor again. But I noticed, instead of having to destroy the 3rd floor that I originally built, I could literally just build on top of it. So there's 2 houses right here. Isn't that crazy? Do you know how you could totally hack the game? You could put like 10 houses right here in one spot and have 10 families living in one spot, which honestly, to a point, is more realistic than one family getting one floor. Because let's be honest, a lot of people, especially if this is considered medieval or colonial times, a lot of people were not that rich if they lived in a town like this, because it meant that they had no land and they had to work in town doing usually factory jobs and things like that. So I know this is a little bit before factories, but there are some in the game. So honestly, people in cities were never that rich, meaning that this one floor probably would have like one room and one family in one room. There was a lot of stories of that, where one family with like 5 to 6, maybe 7 people would have to live in one room and they'd all work. So honestly, you could probably do 4 rooms on one floor, meaning 4 families. So you could do 4 houses here, and it would be almost as realistic as an actual apartment complex was during the industrial age. So I'm not sure if I'm going to exploit that mechanic yet. I might, or I might just leave it be for now. It depends on how cramped things get and how many people I need in a certain area. It'd probably be really good for, like, let's say you're doing a lot of people in a smaller area, like if you're trying to make your town just as tiny as possible, that'd probably be great. But I'm not sure yet exactly how this is going to go. Maybe I will for, like, when we have to go and expand our hunters and gatherers. Maybe I'll just make it, like, 2 or 3 stories high and put a whole bunch of houses on top of each other, just so that they have all the people there but takes up less room, so they still have enough room to go out and get all their resources done and get their jobs done. Maybe that's what I'll do. I don't know. We'll see. But it's a really cool mechanic that you get to exploit. Makes it a little bit more realistic and a little cheaty. Just a little. But I'm mostly proud of this area over here. This church really does fit in nicely with the style I've been going for here. I'm trying to get these bigger buildings that include like businesses underneath it to all look this stone-y version, whereas the houses are these 2 colors here. And then this church kind of works perfectly with that, as well as this little granny house. The granny house is where I was getting all these deco items from, and they have quite a bit and quite a few parks and everything, as well as just some ploppables I can put down and do whatever I'd like. So that's kind of what I went ahead and did. Is some of these are parks, some of these are just props that I put down and things like that, and most of this is ghost blocks on the ground to make things seamless. So I'm really loving it. It looks gorgeous. It looks very nice, and it fits with the town so far, and I'm very happy with that, and I hope you guys are too. If you are, and if you got any type of inspiration in this episode, please make sure you leave a like down below, and that'll help show your support for this series as well. If you have anything you'd like to comment, please don't forget to comment as well down below. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because we are so close to hitting 200 subscribers. So close. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye, guys!